Let's continue on with a couple more examples where we are simplifying each expression. So here, once again, I have a negative exponent in my numerator. I'm going to move that down to my denominator to make it positive. So now in my denominator, I have x to the positive 3, y to the positive 6. And what's left in my numerator after I move my term down? 1. Number 12, the only base with a negative exponent is y to the negative 6. It's in my denominator. So in order to make that a positive exponent, I move it to my numerator. So now my numerator is, oh, that doesn't look nice. My numerator is 2 times y to the positive 6. And what's left in my denominator? X to the third. So moving negative exponents is required when we are simplifying an expression. So now let's get one where we are doing a couple things. We're going to evaluate each expression for a equals negative 2 and b equals 3. Now, before I evaluate, which means to substitute in these values, I want to simplify this expression first so that there aren't any negative exponents. So this is over 1. I see that, oh, excuse my cat. I see that this term has a negative exponent, so I'm going to move it down to my denominator. So now I have 2b to the 4th in my numerator over a squared in my denominator. So now what I can do is evaluate, plugging in each value for a and b. So if I plug in negative 2 for a and 3 for b, I have 2 times 3 to the 4th power all over negative 2 squared. Okay, so now that I've substituted in, I need to simplify. So this becomes 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 81. And negative 2 squared, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Now I'm not going to multiply here because I see there's a common factor of 2 that I can cancel out. If I divide by 2, this becomes 1. If I divide by 2, this becomes 2. So my final answer is 81 over 2. And we can leave that. It's a simplified improper fraction. Last but not least, for our notes today, I want to simplify 14 before I evaluate. So this negative exponent here needs to get moved to my denominator. That leaves 1 in my numerator, a to the 3rd times b squared in my denominator. Now that I have simplified the expression, I can evaluate it for the given values. That equals 1 over negative 2 to the 3rd times 3 squared. Well, what is negative 2 to the 3rd? Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 8. 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 8 times 9 is negative 72. So my final simplified answer is negative 1 over 72. So we will practice negative exponents and zero exponents together in class.